A match referee Tori Penso blows the whistle. It is Panama who get us underway in the all-white strip, attacking from right to left. Ball played out wide for Barcenes. Going to be interesting to see exactly how they shape up here. They've given the ball away cheaply. Ball played forward, and it's going to go out of play. A good run from Ali Ahmed, who looks like he's going to start on this hand side of midfield. One of the most improved players in Vancouver Whitecaps season under Vanni Sartini.
Yeah, Vanni's done an excellent job with the mentality of that group of players, but also as well looking at Panama after their performance against the US. That's a sloppy pass straight away, and you see we can the noise in the stadium that they're very positive in what they do.
Godoy wins it back. Yeah, twice they've given the ball away cheaply now, Panama, in their own half of the field. Warren, you were impressed with some of the things you saw at the weekend against US. They actually generated more shots in that game and had chances laid on in that game.
Yeah, the game slowed down a little bit with Panama. You've known, we've been doing these games long enough to know that Panama have got some technically gifted players, and once they put it together and click, they've got dangerous players. If it wasn't for maybe a bit more clinical in front of goal, they could have caused the US a few problems. But it was Mauricio's night. He come up with performance, they kept a clean sheet. They've obviously got a big game as well, Mexico, so this will be a big test for both, for Canada as well, because there's a response from their performance from Panama, and Canada in front of their home fans. And that's a question I was going to ask to Jesse. You know, what the expectations now? You've gone on a good run, everybody's buoyant now. How do you handle that expectation? Because it's okay getting there, Keith. Now you've got to perform week in, week out.
And the expectations are these kind of games that you do get wins
And
on a more consistent basis.
And comfortable wins, you know, and he demand that, Jesse. We've been around the game long enough and known Jesse as a coach and as a person as well. He wants the best for his players first and foremost, but he wants them to win. He wants them to win playing aggressive soccer.
Yeah, getting a touch. Davies, who does start at left back, his club position. One back and little chip played forward. Given away by Panama once again. It was Lenis getting a rare start on that right-hand side.
And that's what they'll be looking to do, Panama, is the turnover of the ball. They're looking there, is it a free kick? The referee plays on, and it's that transition. And Jesse touched on that point as well about when the ball gets turned over. That's when they've got to be at their best, at their brightest, because that's when Panama will look very, very dangerous.
Morea, and that little ball in over the top. Ahmed, good ring defensively. Carlos Harvey, who is in that back three, the midfielder from Minnesota United. Good cover. Again, a chance for him to impress tonight. He's been pretty much on the edge of this Panama side. Canada doing all the early pushing here.
And Thomas Christensen, he's done an excellent job with Panama over the years. Always made them competitive. You said that in Copa America, Gold Cup, we've seen that as well. International friendlies, he's not frightened to ring the changes like he did.
Eustachio just beaten to that one there. He and Chaunier, very cultured midfield partnership. That one allowed bounce by Alphonso Davies.
Switches on.
Lenis was on, but it was poorly executed by the Panamanian. Good strength again from Ali Ahmed. Well, the words from Jesse Marsh heading into this one. Ball goes over the top. Schaffelberg had gone just too early. He said, we're only scratching the surface for me in terms of how good we can become. My vision is not to win a game, not to get out of the group, but to be the winners of the World Cup.
There's no problem being ambitious, but sometimes you have to be a bit realistic. But that's what Jesse does, you know. He wants his players to feel like they're as good as anything, you know, and that's what you have to do. But your bigger question is when you, like then, they've gone along 2 or 3 times now. The teams are seeing that. Now, once they do that, can you go short? Can you go to that cultured midfield that you spoke about? Or if you get teams that sit back and say, break us down, have they got that in their locker? But it's okay, as I said, as a coach, and you want to go out and, as I said, play with no fear and be positive, but they're going to come against, you know, world-class players sooner or later. But we've seen it on a one-off game, and stranger things can happen.
It's that challenge. Cornelius stepping forward. Marseille defender who's been in very good form at the club level. It parallels to the US in terms of change and moving in a different direction. Jesse Marsh, bit of a head start because he's had those 10 games already.
Yeah, I think for the US point of view is to tweak it and give a mindset of being aggressive, and that's a little bit easier to do than tactically. I think if you try and change it too tactically, we've said we haven't got enough time. You know, you've got the World Cup coming up and performances have to be good. It's giving the players a foundation and confidence, and that's what Jesse's done straight away, and played against high-quality opposition. And not going away from what you're good at. You know, go away from being aggressive and winning tackles and making it uncomfortable for teams.
Back with Orlando Musk. Positive start in terms of territory from Canada, but no real end product over the first 6 minutes. Panama do try play. That's been their identity under Thomas Christensen. Always been mentioned just under that first level of CONCACAF teams.
I don't think they mind that though. Okay, I think they're quite happy being the underdog.
Crapeau comes out and captures that. He continues to start ahead of Dane St. Clair.
Yeah, that's a good battle. Sinclair's been in good form, particularly in Leagues Cup. He did well for Minnesota and made that his position himself now. So you want healthy competition.
Correa trying to play that one forward for Ahmed. Given away. Anibal Godoy, the veteran. Lovely ball. Central. Ayarza. Anderson. The through ball. A good read again from Cornelius, but it is going to be at the expense of a corner. That was much better from Panama.
But again, that's transition. The Canadians overpass, and the first thing for Panamanians is to go forward to try and penetrate, and now they get a set piece, and this is something that they would have worked on.
I just wonder as well for Jesse Marsh, would have probably expected a more seasoned Panama side. Wonder if he was shocked when he saw the starting 11. There's 3 remaining from the side that lost at the weekend to the US men's national team.
You might see another 5 of them at half-time coming in, so he's going to see him sooner or later.
Kick delivery, well defended by Eustachio, not fully cleared, and a chance, and it's taken a deflection. It's gone in. Ayarza with the shot. Tori Pence's whistle is gone. Ayarza was wheeling away in celebration, but the flag has gone up.
And a little bit of relief. He's having a look up at the screen as well, but they play out, they try and close the ball down, and there you can see it's a perfect call. It ricochets around, and he's coming from that offside position, come back on. Excellent call. And a little warning there for the Canadians. They've come into the game very buoyant. Players in 50 caps, which is a fantastic honour for their country. Coach comes into it with a lot of optimism, and the opposition will raise their game now. They'll make sure they know you're in a game. I would.
One ball forward to nobody in particular. Perhaps one of the critiques of Jesse Marsh's side is that they are so quick to go forward that when you come up against a team that sit back, it may be a little bit more difficult when you have more of the ball, when you're asked.
Yeah, and also if you become predictable. So I know as a defender, as soon as the player puts his head down, he's going to go long. That's when you have to try and mix it up. And we've said that time and time again. You know, there's nothing wrong sometimes going long, but then once the defender starts looking that way, can you go into someone's feet?
Davies, lovely skill from him. Trying to break forward from left back. Little flick. Given away. Been choppy from both sides so far.
It's end to end, that's one thing. It's not a slow pace by any means.
Schaffelberg, and a chance for Kyle Larin to get away here. David on the other side. Larin holds the ball up well. Schaffelberg, the pace to get in behind, the delivery, and just too much on it. But good break from Canada.
They're exciting. There's no doubt it's going to be end to end. You go here with the offside call. Wonderful call, kept up with play. As they've come back in, that wicked deflection goes in, the flag goes up straight away. But with Canada, they get it, they go forward.
Kyle Larin, we were talking to one of our colleagues north of the border today, saying he's as fit as he's ever seen him in Canadian national team colours. And Jonathan David, well, he got a winner recently against Real Madrid, so if that doesn't get your confidence up, I don't know what will.
Yeah, and also with Jesse's teams, you have to be fit. Yeah, I mean, a modern-day player should be fit anyway, but the way he wants his forwards to press, the way he wants them to spin into channels to try and get the ball, or go long to come short, all their movements, he doesn't have his forwards playing static. They're always on the move, which creates space for them, it creates space for the opposition, and it creates space for your teammates. Here he goes again. Yeah. Can't go any faster, Jesse. It's all right for you, sitting down there.
Nice play inside, and a strong challenge by Ayarza. Chonier felt the full effects of that, and the yellow card is produced.
I think it was more as well the way he stood over him and just made sure. I mean, it's a foul, but it was the way he reacted.
He's claiming it was a bit theatrical.
He watches the ball goes in there. He comes through him there straight away, and then he just stands over him. Maybe he thinks he's took a dive, but you come through the back of someone.
Ayarza, the veteran, generally a backup player in this squad. Plays his club football now in Bolivia.
It's amazing that, Keith, where you see there's 8 changes that they have, but they bring players in that have got 30s, 60s, you know, caps that have coming in. So these are not like novices where he's putting in a young team. He's got experienced players that have come in as well. I think a lot of that is down to knowing what he was up against with the Canadians coming in. They'll be very buoyant.
Matching the energy, perhaps?
Yeah, yep. Being physical as well. There's another tackle.
Ayarza is the man that goes down this time. That was just too much on it for Ali Ahmed.
You know what I've seen, Keith, just in the last few minutes, because they play so quick, Canada, their mind's going that quick. And
the goalkeeper with the mistake. Mosquera just about gets that one clear.
But because their mind's going so quick, they give the ball away cheaply. You just need a split second to keep the ball.
Chonier, two-time MLS All-Star before he made the move to Grasshoppers this summer. Vito, nice ball into midfield. Chance to go for goal from distance. And the goalkeeper again looked really awkward on that hit from Jonathan David.
Well, there's a couple of times in the US game that he looked a little bit wanting from set pieces and balls played in. Lovely little combination, comes in, and he's just trying to guide that with his left foot. That little skip in front maybe makes it difficult, but David got in there and he just tries to guide that into the corner. And a little bit of safety to go in, but good interchange by the 2 strikers, good understanding, good awareness. You see how windy it is with the flags behind, so just pull it into an area and let the big guys from the back come up and head it in.
And Chonier does have a really good delivery in these situations. Whipped in, and it's a clear defensive header by Ayarza. He's been heavily involved so far. Eustaquio, the Porto man, back for Crepeau, comfortable from the goalkeeper.
It's good with his feet.
It's not so good from a man you'd expect more from. Alonso Davies got bailed out a little bit there by the referee's whistle.
But you can see Jesse at the bottom of the screen, everything's quick, but sometimes when you play that quick, you're not prepared for it because your front players maybe haven't got organised. I love it. I love the enthusiasm. I love the intensity of the game, but sometimes you just need a second because you're playing a ball and I'm not even ready for it. People are out of position. It's a little bit chaotic, but it's chaotic to play against, but it's also chaotic to have the ball as well.
Davies, a bit more central. Plays that ball forward.
Now this is better. That's better. You know, if it's not on, keep the ball. Now you can play high tempo.
Yes, Bombito. They feel, Canada, they have a strong central defensive partnership they can build around for years to come. 2 men that are now in French football. What a story, Moise Bombito, from junior college to Colorado, and all happened so quickly before that big move to Nice.
It does as well, not many games. You know, you're having a look at the game, 10, 12 games, and people, and that's great. People take a chance on a player and a young kid, and I think that's what. Here we go. This is where he wants it quick, so you can.
Ahmed, yeah, taking it quickly, looking for the ball in behind. Good read from Harvey. Jonathan Davies continuing to apply the pressure.
It's a good job he didn't foul him as well, but now you can just take a breather because they're a little bit organised.
Ahmed. Looked like a push from Barcelona. They can't get out of their own defensive third, Panama.
feel sorry for the ball at the moment. It's not at a time to calm down. It's been end-to-end, it's been frantic in some periods, and then it's been sharp in other areas. You can just hear with Panama just trying to slow it down. They want to go toe-to-toe, but as I said, they're in the US game in particular. Once the 15-20 minutes slowed down, and that's a poor giveaway.
He's had real trouble so far. It is windy. It is a cold night here in Toronto.
I think you're being kind to him. I think it's a poor giveaway. That's a lovely little pass.
Laren, Eustachio, Schaffelberg can narrow the wingers, become challenges again in the middle of midfield.
But he knows it's so tight. He's got to pass the ball around. You know, it's the way that they're playing. Play quicker. And there's another tackle that's gone flying in as well. But he knows there. Pop it off. Go again. Play it round. You're not going to get away from 3 white shirts. You've not got 4 or 5 seconds in the middle of the park. He should know. I thought he was outstanding in the US game as well. You know, his energy level and the way he played.
You looked at that performance, though, particularly from the US, and they almost played in the hands of Jesse Marsh's tactics, didn't they?
Yeah, but for me, it was yes, the tactics, Keith, but that was like, it's me against you and you win. And that's the mentality that Jesse gave his players. The US thought they were just going to go out and play. It ain't going to happen. It's not going to happen.
Long ball over the top, and defensively, caught a little bit wanting there. Canada, they didn't clear the first ball. Bombito. That's going to be a free kick for Canada.
We'll just need to get hold of the game slightly, because yes, we want it competitive. Yes, we want it aggressive in certain manners. They're coming in, but also you've got to have the safety of the player. The referee's just trying to let everybody know that, yeah, it's a physical game. It's a game that can be competitive, but also you've got to have the safety of the players.
This Panama side did make it to the knockout stages of Copa America. Quarter-finalists. Knocked out the US, remember. Then lost to Colombia by 5-0 in that quarter-final match.
Yeah, they're quarter-finals of the CONCACAF Nations League as well. So, as I said, they're a team that people respect. They're a nation where you know with the players, they've got certain match winners, and as I said, we've done, whether it's been Copa, whether it's been Gold Cup, they've got some good players.
Correa connecting in to just help out the centre-backs and winning the free kick as well.
I'm laughing because I've been in these games where everybody's playing at 100 miles an hour, everybody's trying to compete, everybody wants to put a foot in, and it's that 20-minute mark where everybody says, OK, that's fine, we've had a lot of pushing and shoving, now can we get down to the game?
Jonathan David trying to impress some of his quality on here. Another free kick. As well, Warren, I said here a few weeks ago, the field has been cut up a lot this season at BMO. You get a look close there at the surface. It's not at its best.
I think one, it's a great city. I love going to and the stadium as well, where it's located. It's going to be involved, obviously, in the World Cup. And I think you was talking off air that they're going to make it into that 50,000+ seater stadium that will generate some noise up there as well. So it's a great place to play soccer.
Stefan Eustachio.
He's had a difficult path.
Yeah, incredible story.
It is. If we get a bit of time, I'd like to hear that, because he brought it to our attention. What's the motto? Never give up.
Yep. Tony Penso not happy with where the free kick was being taken from. Eustachio a little bit bemused by that. Free kick in the position where he can get service. The centre-back gone forward. Lofted in towards the far post, and again it's comfortably dealt with. These were the moments where they caused a little bit of trouble against the West, those counter moments.
Yep. But that's where, as a defender, you have to be aware of where the ball's going to land. And just saying there where you floated the ball, and you can see with the wind, you've got to just try and ping or drive that ball in. You can't float it in there, because it allows the opposition to come and head the ball or clear it.
Gondola. Barcenas, who's played as a left wing-back so far, very deep. Now a chance to break. David. Carl Laren, both forwards well out of position.
But look at the white shirts getting back as well. You said about the energy level of Canadians, but Panama as well. The 8 changes that they've made, it's given that energy level that you rightly said.
Alfonso Davies. Haven't seen him this far forward. Here he is again in possession. Pulls this one back foot. Okay. Eustaquio.
See, this is good play now. You know, it wasn't on. They've kept it a good possession. This is where they need to retain the ball.
Ahmed. Get a second opportunity here. Eustaquio on the clearance. Ahmed. Good movement. And good feet from Larea, but also good defending. Carlos Harvey.
Mr. Reliable. Playing right back, wing back, playing wherever you like.
He plays his club football here. He's had 3 spells at Toronto.
Can't get rid of him.
And that brief move to Nottingham Forest when Nottingham Forest signed just about everybody. He got traded mid-season last year to Vancouver and then made his way back to Toronto as a free agent.
So for him, really, is don't buy a place, just rent it.
This one cleared, edge of the penalty area, shot on goal, and again, Mosquera looked unsure of himself. 2 players closing down. It was David's snapshot, and Mosquera holds on at the second attempt.
Yeah, you can see him at the top of the screen, just waiting for the ball to pop out, and it does fall nicely. But he doesn't really catch it. He's trying to whip it into that far corner and just comes into the middle of his feet. He doesn't quite open his body up enough to put it into that right-hand corner. You can see with his body shape, he's trying to whip it in, but just couldn't quite get it out of his feet and set himself properly.
Okay, a little bit unsure of themselves playing out as well with all the changes. Giovanni Ramos, who's on the right side there for Panama. Caught in possession once again. Fajardo hasn't had any touches, the striker who scored that winning goal against the US in Copa America. Barcenes. Further forward, the run from Gondola. Nobody was near him. I think he was trying to buy a free there.
He was going so fast that he couldn't quite sort his feet out. But you can just sense now the game has just settled down a little bit. The players are given so much in the first 23 minutes. This is now the time for Canada, like Jesse wants to play. Jesse Mast wants you to play quick, wants you to play. Now the opposition has gone toe-to-toe with it. We've got to go back again from the right spot.
Is Jesse's tactics almost better served against a team that want the ball, that do want to come and try play out against you?
Yeah, he's better, yeah, there's no doubt about it, because you cannot play high tempo like they do and press and hurry for 90 minutes, 95 minutes. You can't do that. It's impossible at the international, and it showed you in club level you can't do it. So there's moments in the time that they have to do this, try and pass the ball and keep the ball, take that extra pass. But because of how Jesse, and being at home, first home game, etc., he wants you to play like this.
Ball played in behind. Good read by Larea. Not fully cleared. Strong challenge, yeah, really good from Eustaquio. Davies, Schaffelberg. That's not really his game, facing his own goal. He wants to attack space.
Again, Keith, he's had 2 times there. Just pop it off and then make a run in behind. You know, do what you're good at. There's nothing wrong with keeping the game simple. He's trying to twist and turn, give it to your captain, and then spin in behind.
That one left, and the referee's going to blow the whistle anyway for offside, I think.
But
Abel's
now
trying to leave it.
They're trying to say that he never touched it. He's coming out from a position, and I don't think he made any movement towards the ball.
And there he's coming back.
Yeah, but he's not gone for the ball.
To not affect the
foul.
play.
No, and it's a foul.
Okay.
There we go. Confused? I am. But you can see now the white shirts of Panama just not letting any space go in that midfield area. They're quite close in the wide areas as well. It's got a real edge to this game, and this is what Panama want. Yeah, they want this. I'm not saying they're looking for it. They don't want Canada to play quick. They don't want them to have.
Eustaquio having a word with Tori Penso. Lewis Gondola had a couple of bites in here late on. He wasn't happy with the push from Laren, and
It was nothing in the end. Let's just get on with the game.
Sometimes this happens as well, Warren, when the expectations, you're coming home, you build it all up, and well, they haven't really delivered that quality as of yet, Canada.
Keith, you know, we'll come back to that in a second.
Ali Ahmed, Larrea with the cross towards the far post, and that one out of play for the goal kick.
But Panama, after the US game, would have had their own issues and would have had their own team talk. That's why he's made 8 changes. They would have known what's going on with Canada because you prepare going forward, knowing how Jesse Marsh's team play, knowing how aggressive they've been in their games and the level of games that they've played and how well they did in Copa America. So now you're coming up against nations now that you don't respect. So now you've got to try and find another way to win the game, still keeping your DNA and your identity and press at the right time. As I said, there might be times where you have to be a bit more conservative with the ball.
And this ball's going to get in behind here. Fajardo, wrong side of Bombito, who shows his pace
and strength.
Good defending, he forced him wide. For a moment there was a chance for Fajardo to go direct goal. Bombito recovered.
It was good because he didn't go down on ground. He stood on his feet. He got caught the wrong side, and then he just built his time just to get his body there. He didn't go to ground, so he stayed on his feet, made himself a big target, and then obviously was patient as well. That's good defending. It would have been easy to go to ground, and then you either give away a free kick or you leave him one-on-one.
And Bombito, of course, played for Chris Hartness, who worked with Jesse Marsh, so I'm pretty sure he had a good idea of what the tactics might be like.
Chris has done a good job at Colorado as well. That New York Red Bull conveyor belt keeps turning out coaches as well.
Well played forward here, and they stretched themselves a little bit, Panama. Chance to go for goal, and it's right at Mosquera. Kyle Larin elected to go early.
I was surprised he didn't just drop a shoulder. Get closer, take a touch, and then have a hit. But once you get him squared up on the edge of the box, I think you've got to then go to your left and then come across to your right. You know the white shirts are coming, or a simple little roll across the edge of the box. But as soon as he slowed it down, the momentum went for him there.
Mosquera, pressure coming again from Ahmed.
They're starting to grow into the game, Panama now. They've sort of said to Canada, give us your best shot. We've sort of held that now, 28 minutes in. We're starting to play now.
Some big guns to bring on as well.
As I said, Keith, we've been doing Panama and Costa Rica and these nations for some time. They've got a roster of players that can come in. Don't worry about that. It's not just 11 players.
They've almost taken over, haven't they? Costa Rica, it used to be them. Their level dipped when some of their senior players reached their sell-by date. It's a bit harsh to say it that way, but you know what I mean.
I think you mean getting older.
Yes.
So, yeah, getting older and just having to retire.
Nonetheless, Barcenes, who really has just played as a left back. So used to seeing him further forward. Larrea, the ball's on the field, he'll have to retake that one.
See, little things like that as well, just backhilling the ball, slowing the game down, getting everyone organised. They're the little things that experienced players would do, just to make sure they're all organised now. Now, if it's a long throw, we'll deal with that. Or you'd like to think you could deal with it.
Larrea, in towards the near post, 2 defenders challenging. Eustaquio. He and Shonier really haven't got on the ball as of yet. That's
well, the 2 midfield players have gone toe-to-toe with him, and physically they can't get away from anybody.
And they've given that one away as well. Good run by Fajardo. Again, they're going to try that battle with Bombito, and again, Bombito, so much pace.
Got him, and then you got Alfonso on that left-hand side, so pick your poison there too.
He was clocked as the fastest player in MLS before he left Bombito.
I never had that. I never had that on my resume. There's a crunching tackle coming in here.
I'd imagine coming up in a half an hour, Thomas Christensen happier?
Oh, yeah.
The 2 coaches?
I think they're finding here that you can see Jesse just having a word with Jesse Marsh with the 4th official. But yeah, they would have expected the onslaught which come, and we was going through that motion for the 7, 8, 9 minutes at the beginning. And Canada didn't really, and this is where the foul, the whistle didn't go, and then you catch the ball. That's why it's a handball. So they saw it play to the whistle.
Anibal Godoy involved in there, such a veteran